All right, let's take you to another story that has been developing throughout the day, and this is in Ebony Park, where residents have been protesting over water supply. Let's now speak to SABC News reporter Neria Hlakotsa. Neria, good evening to you, and thank you so much for your time. So a little earlier on, we did see the MMC trying to engage with the community. How was he received, and what is the latest?
Good evening to you, Bongiwe. It was a very unsuccessful meeting between the MMC, Jack Segwaila, and residents of Ebony Park. Basically, they were not meeting each other. Residents are saying they were expecting the MMC to give them answers as to when will this water cut stop. However, the MMCs wanted to try and explain to them that what they are experiencing right now is water throttling, and they cannot escape it at this moment, because this is because of the water demand. More people are demanding water and the supply is pretty low, but the residents were not happy with that. They wanted answers. They wanted to know when it will stop, and ultimately the whole meeting then had to stop. And residents, were saying that they want at least the MMC to give them dates and give them hours, but that did not happen. And we saw police also just taking the MMC away just for his safety. And now we have the residents just standing around and not saying much. The residents have decided, of course, that they will suspend their protest for today, because they were saying that they only had a permit for today. But I want to bring in one of the residents. Cedric, we saw the MMC earlier on. He was speaking about why you are experiencing this, and he did mention that this is water throttling and it's unavoidable, but the residents were not happy.
Definitely we were not happy, just because the answer that we were looking for, just the issue of water to come back, just because as we speak we don't have water. It's unfortunately just because we didn't hear each other. The community were making noise. It's like even him, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But the reality is we are not happy about the response. It's painful to be told that if you don't want the Jojo tank or the trucks, it means the Taipon. It means the Ebony Park will be no water. Very much disappointed.
And now, because I can see people are just still standing around, of course others are coming back from work, and your concerns were that school kids, they find themselves having to leave school still very early because of the lack of water in schools. What happens now? Is the protest going to continue? What is the way forward from the community?
Yeah, as the leaders, we apply for this march for today. Now it means it's over, even though we didn't get the response. We encourage the people to go to work, to go to the school. Yeah, there's no marches from tomorrow. We'll come with another date, but the strike is continuing.
There you have it, Bongiwe, from Cedric. Just, a community that was expecting a lot. Earlier on, when I was speaking to them while they were still waiting for the MMC, they did say that they're hoping that their lives will change as soon as he gets here. They waited for him for hours, I must also tell you, because they were hopeful. But the MMC obviously didn't make them happy, didn't say what they wanted to hear, and now their protest has been suspended. But I want to add also, just to give you the gravity of the situation. When we were speaking to residents earlier, they were indicating how this is affecting the school children. Children go to school at 8 a.m. Around 10 a.m. they are already back at home because there's no water at school, and teachers have to send them back home. They were also talking about the issue of hygiene, Bongiwe, that, it's unhygienic to live the way they are living right now. People were talking about how they are even unable to do your basic things because there's no water during the day, and that is the time when they need it the most. They're saying that this water comes back only in the evening, and then during the day they have nothing. The elderly were also talking to us about how this is also affecting them. They have to carry buckets to go look for water. So we will see what happens in this area now that the protest is suspended, and now that the MMC has told them that it's unavoidable what is happening. So it remains to be seen what will ultimately happen in this area.
And a quick one before I let you go. Clarify for us, because the residents earlier were telling you that while they don't have water, they received SMSs that were threatening them that water will be cut off in a couple of days. What was going on there?
So there's basically two issues that are happening here. They have the issue of water where they have sporadic water cuts, there's water throttling, but also now they received some SMSs. Some of them were showing us their SMSs as they were protesting that if they do not pay their water bills, then their water will be cut off. So residents are saying that it's ludicrous that this is only coming out now that they are protesting. Residents are basically thinking, why is this SMS only been sent now? I will tell you, I also spoke to one elderly person who showed me her SMS, which says that she owes at least 300,000 rand in terms of her municipal bill. And she says she pays for this water. She doesn't understand where this bill comes from. But of course, it's a myriad of issues also. You must remember, they're also struggling with the issue of electricity. So they really had hope, these residents, when the MMC got here, that he would address some of those issues that they had. But yeah, as it stands right now, this is the situation in Ebony Park. Everybody's going back home right now. I can tell you that even the numbers of people in the streets have since decreased.
Neria, thank you so much for that update there. My colleague Neria Hlakotsa live for us at Ebony Park following that protest by the residents over the sporadic water cuts as they have been happening.